DNA of a millionaire, the leader that's already in you. You've got great ideas and a clear vision. Now you're ready to change the world. One problem: you're leading, but no one's following. You see, leadership seems so easy to those that have mastered it, but yet so elusive to those that desire it. Effective leadership is not so much an art, but yet a science. Let's explore the key principles that I can turn anyone into a charismatic, passionate, idolized leader, which I call the Luther effect, named after Martin Luther King. Several factors make up the dynamic of effective leadership. But let's focus on the personality of leadership. Leadership means thinking in terms of the other person. You can motivate any action in anyone if you appeal to their desires, needs, and wants. But before you do, people do not care about what you know until they know how much you care. People can sense whether you're walking the talk, and you cannot lead unless you truly believe. From the ancient classic Tao Te Ching, written by Lao Tzu, comes the enlightening passage about leadership. Evolved leaders win the trust and support of the people through their complete identification with them. The interests of the people are naturally promoted because they become the interests of the leader as well. To accomplish identification, you must not set yourself apart from the crowd, but remain one of the people. In addition to identification, a $1 million leader must have humility. An ego, contrary to what is often thought, is not what makes a leader great. We need to look no further than Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi, people who breed followers. Those that rule with ego rule with anger and fear. And when those things are gone, so too is their influence. It has been said that the best person to lead is the one that has the role thrust upon them, rather than the one who seeks to rule because they desire power. Do not set yourself up as better than the rest, only more willing to do more than what others want to do, and someone who is prepared to do what is necessary. The most effective tool for leading and influence can be summed up in one word: simplicity. Nobody likes or is over-inclined to follow complex or disorganized strategies. Be clear and organized with your plan, and when you do that, seek to inspire people to align them with your way of thinking. If your ideas are muddled with countless exceptions and are multi-focused, then you will undoubtedly lose a person's interest and support. So now that you know the effective strategy for leadership, but every good leader knows that sometimes you need to be able to influence members to gain cooperation. So let's take one step further so you can see how you can present yourself as a person and also as a good leader. Here are some critical do's and don'ts for acting as a responsible and authoritative leader. First, never confuse passion with authority. Don't be overly emotional. Emotions convey passion, which is fine, but it doesn't give you an air of confidence or authority. Overly passionate leaders are believable, but no one wants to really follow them. For example, let's think of a football coach that screams of words of motivation during halftime while they're down by 21 points, but does not provide a strategic plan to get back in the game. Will likely lose the game because no clear plan was constructed to beat the opponents. Second, never yell or raise your voice. This will cause you to lose respect. And if you can't control yourself, then you can't control others. And if you can't control others, then no one really has any reason to listen to you. And finally, third, be respectful of everyone. By ignoring a person, it doesn't show how big and important you are. It really shows how small you really are. And by giving everyone respect and attention, you develop that one essential characteristic that everybody loves: charisma. This elusive trait is gained by showing people how great they are, not how wonderful you are. People will follow someone who makes them feel good and valuable, not someone who makes them feel unimportant. Having the DNA of a millionaire in leadership does not try to get the people to believe in them, rather it gets the people to believe in themselves. By following these simple principles, you'll be using one of the greatest psychological principles of having the DNA of a millionaire.